So 7Artisans have been kind enough to send me 3 of their Black Mist filters to test, which I'm going to do all kinds of side-by-side comparisons and all that kind of stuff at this point in the video if you want to skip the intro. But for now, I'm just going to briefly tell you what a Black Mist filter is. In fact, it's probably better just to show you. I've got one here. I'll just place it over the lens. If you keep an eye on the light in the background there, the on-air light, you'll see what this filter does is it basically blooms the highlights. They do work in the daytime, but you're going to sort of notice the effect more at night time when you get this nice halation around any kind of light source. It kind of mimics the look that you get on old school film stocks like CineStill. They come in 3 different intensities, and the 3 that I've got here are an 1/8, a 1/4 and a 1/2. The main selling point of these is that they're cheap. These are $40 each, compared to the kind of more popular Tiffen Black Mist, which is $150. And then there's the Moment Cine Bloom, which is slightly different to a Black Mist filter. It's kind of similar, and that's $80. So they're definitely made with the more budget-conscious photographer/videographer in mind. By the way, I'll put a link to all of these down in the description below. Anyway, let's jump in and check out some of the nighttime comparisons. Before I share my thoughts on the filters, let's just take a quick look at a couple of daytime examples as well. So what are my thoughts looking back over these comparisons, reviewing the footage? I definitely think there are some good and not so good points. I think there's no doubt they definitely add a bit more texture and interest to the frame. Especially in that guitar scene, I think it gave quite a cool, like, ethereal kind of look. And I can see that sort of working well in kind of like a moody documentary style, you know? I also do think they help to subtly smooth out skin tones. Like I mentioned in the intro, they're obviously very cheap as well, you know, compared to those Tiffen Black Mist filters at $150, these are nearly a quarter of the price. I've no doubt that some of those more expensive filters probably are slightly better quality, but you know, some of us are on a budget. This isn't necessarily a bad point, but just an observation that I made. In my opinion, I couldn't really see too much difference between the quarter and the half intensities. And in fact, in some cases, it looked to me like the quarter was actually having more of an effect than the half. That does make me question how accurate some of those intensity labels are, and I have seen a couple of other reviews say the same kind of thing. You'll also notice that these filters remove quite a lot of contrast from the image as well, especially with the quarter and the half intensity. This potentially could make the image look a little bit washed out, which I guess you could kind of counteract in post, you know, just by raising that contrast up a little bit again. So what's my advice if you're looking to pick one of these up? Well, I personally would probably play it a bit safe and go with the 8th intensity. That way you're still going to get that cool halation effect in your images, but it's not going to be too overpowering. Because remember, this effect will be baked into your image, your footage, so it's not like you can adjust this in post, it will be baked in. So anyway, I hope all of that has come in useful. I hope those side-by-side comparisons have helped you, you know, decide where's best to put your money if you're going to pick one of them up. If you've already got one, please do let me know what your thoughts are on it down in the comments so that we can all, you know, get a bit of a broader opinion of them. And I will see you again in the next one. Cheers.